Today I'm Matt Mechanic. I'm going to show you some shop tool maintenance. We're going to go over putting a new end on this air hose. Alright, I'm going to show you where this air hose is leaking, so I've got to coil it up down here. It's leaking. Right here, there's a little tiny crack. Alright, so since it was leaking, I was trying to take this end off and I kind of marred it. I don't think it was leaking right there. I think it was right here, but anyway, I kind of marred it trying to put wrenches on here and get this thing broken free. I couldn't get it broken free. I don't know if they Loctited it or what, but I suspect this is the exact same fitting, just with quite some age and a little bit of difference. This one has a swivel about it here, which is it's a nice added feature. I think that's going to be real nice. Too bad it's not on the other end, but maybe I'll swap the ends so I have it on the other end. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just, what I'm going to do on this one is just go ahead and, since it's leaking up here, just chop a little bit of hose off, so I'm not going to lose much hose length. I could cut through it a little harder. I should have just cut it on a piece of wood, but whoops. Alright. So with this one, you gotta take this, slide it up over, go all the way down, and then you push this up on this little barb. And sometimes you have to put a little bit of soapy water on there, but I got it all the way on, and you want to make sure that it bottoms out completely against this, so there's no gap right where my fingernail is there. No gap there. And so there's no gap pretty much all around. Well, there's a gap there. I can kind of wiggle it on there. There we go. So I closed all the gap as best I could. Alright, now comes the fun part. I'm going to take this and slide it up over. And this is where I've got my wrenches. I've got a 9/16 and a 3/4. Now I'm going to have to align this. This is where owning a vise would come in very handy right about now, but I'm one of them that's just stubborn and does exactly what I'm doing and gets through it and never buys a vise. So hit that comment button if you're like that too, or just tell me to buy a dang vise already. It'll change my life, or I don't know, convince me, I guess. All right. So I didn't really lose much length. I'm going to take this fitting off of here. I'll need a 5/8 for that. This should be a 9/16. Bring a little thread tape on here. Okay. Alright, let's take it over there and test it. Looks more better. More newer. I'm hoping this thing stays tight. I mean, it seemed to tighten up pretty good. Tighten this up on its own. Maybe I just use thread tape on it. That would kind of keep it on there a little bit too. Maybe. I don't know if you got another idea other than Loctite to where it doesn't ever want to come back off. Because the idea for this is you just reuse it. You can cut cord. You can actually buy just this air hose on its own. It's like half the price without the ends. You can get almost double the length, make your own cord for the same price. So, or just a little bit more. Or repair your own cords, or have a bunch of extra in the basement for a rainy day. So. All right, and if you're wondering what this is, it's a type of safety style air fitting. So you put it in kind of at an angle, and then you tilt it down sometimes. There we go. You got to get it in all the way. And this little collar slides up in this little mechanism there, and it's an anti-rotation tab, so it can't move it. So we are no longer leaking. Excellent. And so then this is another style. This is a safety style that I actually, these are cheaper. I actually like this a lot more. It's easier to use. That other style that I have up here, I didn't like it as much. They tend to wear and they get loose. This one's not quite loose yet, but it'll start wearing inside of here. It's a wear part, or the seals even. I've had them if they're in a really rough area where it gets a lot of dirt and stuff. A lot of that dirt gets down in here, so as it rotates, it starts cutting. There's a seal under here, I presume, that this is rotating on top of, and that gets a little cut up, and the whole fitting will start leaking air. So they're really prone to leaks. I haven't had this one long enough. Probably had about 6-8 months, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'll show you a tool hooking up to it real quick. All right, so you just take this and push it in, and it kind of clicks twice. Now I didn't turn the air on up there, so, but here, actually I need to do that so you can get the full effect. All right, so I got air. So to disconnect it, you just push it once, and that's the first tab.
Now this is stuck in there, so you don't hit this and it goes, shoots it off and, you know, hits your truck or your car or whatever. So then you got to press it again, and then that releases the tool. So that's literally what it does when it goes in, is clicks once and twice. Once, and that's, whoops, that's the first detent, and then further in if you want air. So yeah, I like that a lot.